How would you like to be able to control stress and emotions anytime, anywhere, in just seconds? If the answer is yes, you're in the right place because that's exactly what I show you in Project Care. Hi, I'm Carol Ricard, a clinical social worker with over 30 years experience in healthcare and author of almost 30 books on stress. Yet I nearly lost my own dream job to stress-induced migraines. That taught me we've been approaching stress completely wrong. We're treating symptoms instead of addressing the root process itself. The solution isn't just one technique. It's two specific steps done together in order every time. If we don't do both steps, we're only addressing either the mind or the body. But stress involves both the mind and the body. We've been taught to manage stress through single approaches. Take deep breaths, go for a walk, meditate. But here's what's happening in your body when stress hits. Your sympathetic nervous system is turned on, flooding your body with hormones and energy designed to help you escape danger. Think of your nervous system as a faucet and your body as a tub. Turn the faucet on at 7 a.m., leave it running until 7 p.m. What happens? Overflow. The first step is to stop the stress response. Think of this as turning off the faucet. The second step is to discharge the trapped energy in the body. Think of this as draining the tub. Animals understand this instinctively. Watch an antelope escape a predator. First, it freezes, nervous system activation. Then, once the danger passes, it takes slow, deep breaths. Then, shakes violently to discharge that energy. And finally, it runs free as if nothing ever happened. Humans interrupt this natural cycle, staying stuck in chronic activation. That's what was happening to me. 3 weeks in a row, I left work early with crushing migraines. I was teaching stress management, but barely surviving my own stress. On that third doctor visit, when he asked what had me so stressed out, I realized I was doing everything I taught. I was exercising, eating healthy, spending time with family and friends, but it wasn't working. Desperate to not get fired and stop the migraines, I started combining tools and using them for just 60 seconds, once during my workday. First week, no migraine. First month, no migraine. Curious to know if it was just a fluke, I started teaching this method to patients and staff, and they too reported their stress and anxiety was cut in half. That's when I realized I had made a life-changing discovery. When we use the right tools in the right order, we can control stress and anxiety and emotions anytime, anywhere, in just seconds. Since then, I've shared this method with thousands of people across the world. Now, I want to share it with you. But before I tell you more about the program, I want to tell you a story. When I first met Margaret as an EAP clinician, she's an APN in a very busy specialty practice. The first thing she said to me is, "Carol, I've been a nurse for 34 years and I don't think I can go on. I'm burnt out." As I listened and I learned more about her nursing career, which included many years as a critical care nurse, it became clear to me she wasn't burnt out. Her compartment was just overflowing. You see, you nurses have this superpower that allows you to be good at what you do. You compartmentalize. Think about it. It's really the only way you're able to do the incredible work you do and move from one patient to the other, or one critical incident to the next. You have to compartmentalize things to keep functioning. And just so you know, all this happens unconsciously without you even having to think to do it. It's part of your brain's survival system. The problem is that over time, that compartment starts to fill up. And if it never gets emptied, it starts to overflow, just like it was doing for Margaret. Fast forward to today, and you'll find Margaret happy in her career and never more at peace. Now, that isn't to say she still doesn't have challenging days at work and difficult patients. She does. However, because she's learned the tools and the strategies I taught her, and more importantly, uses them every day, she's able to manage that level of her compartment and keep it from getting anywhere close to the top. Now it's your turn to learn how to do just that. So why did I create Project Care? Every day for the last 4 years, I've had the great privilege of working with nurses just like you from all disciplines, from the OR to oncology, the ER to ICU, and home care to hospice. I've witnessed firsthand how much many of you are suffering during this unprecedented time in healthcare. There are many nurses who don't have access to someone like me, an EAP clinician, to help them like Margaret did. So I created Project Care to bring the help to you. That's what my life's work has been all about, teaching people the right tools and strategies so they can live well. So let me tell you about the program. This is a pilot program that I hope will one day all healthcare systems will provide to their nurses for their well-being. Because I want to personally make sure you're successful, I need to limit the number of people I support. That's why I'm asking you to complete an application to be considered for the program. I can only work with a limited number of nurses right now. This program is not for everyone. I've worked with far too many nurses who were just not willing to do the work and put in any effort into changing their lives. I don't want to waste your time or my time if you're one of those nurses. I know these tools and strategies work when you use them. This program is for you if the following are true. You recognize you need to do something about your current levels of stress. You're willing and committed to completing a 1-minute post-survey. You're willing and committed to watching a 30-minute training from me teaching you the tools. You're willing and committed to using the tools you learn every day for the next 21 days. We're just talking 3 minutes a day. And lastly, you're willing and committed to completing a 7-day tracker and sending it to me for the next 21 days. This is an actual tracker just like this, and you print it out and post it on your refrigerator. Then you check it off each day you use the tools. Here's how it works. Watch the 30-minute training. Use the tools every day, 3 minutes a day. Check off the daily tracker every day, and after 7 days, send a picture of the tracker to me, even if it's not all checked off. And then at the end of 21 days, complete the 1-minute survey again. You can keep submitting your weekly trackers to me if you like, because for a little added motivation, by submitting your tracker each week, you're entered in a monthly drawing for a $300 gift card. More weeks entered equals more chances to win. If this sounds like something you're interested in doing, here's your next step. Go to stresssmarter.info/care or scan the QR code to participate and apply for the program. I look forward to seeing you in Project Care.